I can't believe I'm sitting here with Miss Alomar, the Miss Alomar
It's me, Miss Alomar.
from Abbott Elementary, bitch. From Abbott Elementary, bitch.
Miss Alomar, a normal person with a regular job.
With a regular job, just trying to do her job, but all those other teachers are giving you a hard time, man. That was crazy.
That's cool, right?
I thought it was so fucking cool. You were great.
Thank you.
You were absolutely incredible.
I watched. Thank you. I watched it. We watched it live. I got an antenna and watched it live.
Antenna.
We got an antenna. And we watched it live.
That's crazy. An antenna?
Yeah,
Wow.
It was cool. I was like, I want to watch it live. I've never watched something of mine live at like a decent hour. You know, Chicago comes on at 7:30, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Like you, because like after midnight, sure I can watch it live, but it's after midnight.
Literally in the
so
bed.
nobody's with you, and you can't be like,
Everybody's asleep.
Yeah, everybody's asleep. And so this was cool because it was like, oh my God. And we had to watch the show before a little bit. And I was like, I don't want to watch Tim Allen, but this is fine.
Oh, that's right. He's back with a show.
Yeah. And I was like, this is cool. Like, you know, he had like, you know, Clem like got me this cute balloon and some cookies.
Celebrated you.
Celebrated you. Flowers. And
okay.
Yeah, it was really cute. It was really sweet. And and you know what? I wanted to share with you, but everybody is this moment I had with Quinta, because you know she allegedly wrote it with me in mind.
Yeah.
Thank God. Yeah, that's like also a dream scenario.
That truly is dream.
That's
scenario
what you want,
for
especially as a comedian. That's what you want. Is room to be you, but also be a little something else.
Yeah.
It's really funny. One of my favorite comments I received was someone telling me it was weird watching you play a normal person. And they said because we're so used to you being eccentric. Maybe that was, I don't know if that was the accurate word. Animated, I think is the word.
That's actually so real because you were pretty like, you were like about your business. You're taking care of these kids. You're therapizing them.
Yeah.
Like you were very like boom, 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 boom. So I feel like that's a pretty good assessment.
It is, but it was really funny to hear someone be like, "That's weird when you're normal," and then like I just hear that sentence, and I'm like, I don't even when I like try to tell a story, I have to use someone's voice, the voice that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But anyways, that was cool, and funny, and so I appreciate everybody supporting and watching and all the cool.
And if you haven't, watch it.
Yeah, watch it.
It's really good.
Season 5, episode 2. Watch all of Abbott Elementary. I'm a huge fan of the show. I've been a fan since day one. It was really surreal to be on set.
Yeah.
Like there was moments, where I was like, I'm in the teacher's lounge. I'm in the principal's office. It was, and to like. One of the first scenes I really shot, I'm like, almost every scene I shot was with Cheryl Lee Ralph. That shit was stressful. But the thing I wanted to share more than anything was I had asked Quinta, like, how do you see me playing this character that you have thought up for me?
Yeah.
And her response was like, you know, how you deliver your stand-up, how you deliver your social media videos. And it really made me want to, like, scream to people. Like, because I can't emphasize enough, it's not about going viral. Great if you can go viral, cool, make your money, honey. But it's the fact that there are people that are looking at your shit, and yes, they might be one view, but they're the one view that's gonna get you to the next thing, whatever that thing may be. And it really made me be like, see, I knew I was right. Like I knew that I just need to keep posting because I want to be known for being myself. That's always been my thing. I feel like I fucking accomplished that goal a while ago, but I continue to make leaps and bounds in that direction.
Yeah.
And when she said that, I thought of like the people, because I had posted months and months and months ago this very dark joke where it was like, I feel like the only way I could get other comedians to share my stand-up clips is if I die. And funny, because like comedians don't share each other's clips.
That's actually so real, because then when a comedian dies, they're like, R.I.P., let's watch this clip from 2017.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay.
If you had shared it, they might have gone viral back, you know, like whatever. But the response that I got from other comedians, multiple comedians said this to me.
Yeah.
They were like, you know, what's the point anyways? Because even when people share your clips, it doesn't even help you like get new followers, or it doesn't help you go viral, even if they have a ton of followers. And I was like, oh my God, that's not what the point is, guys.
Yeah.
That's not the point. I mean, again, I think it's great if you can go viral, if you can make money off social media. But if you are someone's always looking at your shit and you don't know who
Yeah.
that someone is. Even when I was booking Women Crush Wednesdays for Toronto, Canada,
Mhm.
I had someone give me your recommendations of girls because I don't really know any girls from
Yeah.
Toronto. And he sent me this long ass list. I was so excited, but every time I went on a bitch's page, I went on all these bitches' social medias because they came with high recommendation.
Yeah.
So many of the girls had no videos, had nothing pinned to the top. Just
Not
put
even like
one,
one, not even
just
one?
one, just post one. And it was really frustrating because I was like, "Fuck, how do I do
Not even
this?"
like a website or
Girl,
like anything to go
it
to?
was crazy. Well, even if they did, there wasn't clips to watch.
Watch.
And the thing was, I
Damn.
was like, just kind of like perusing,
Yeah.
and also like I would see who's this girl? And I would go on her
Yeah.
page and I'd be like, even less videos. It was
Yeah.
insane. And I felt strange because I was like, I can't DM these girls and be like, can you send me a clip? Because I'm thinking about booking you.
Yeah.
But also, if you're not funny, I'm not going to book you. So it was like, I
Yeah.
couldn't send that message. And it really bothered me.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, sure, if you don't want to post a lot, that's fine. But post something. And
Just a little bit of something like here and there, because like there is this weird like instant gratification with wanting to go viral, and then if you don't
right,
go viral, then it's like I'm a failure, like what am I supposed to do, I'm
right.
just gonna quit posting, when in like reality, like to your point, it's like anybody could be watching.
Anybody.
And it's also like I'm also trying to like enjoy the fact that if like 5 people engage in my post, or if I get like 5 followers, okay, that's 5 new people
Yeah.
that weren't fucking with your shit beforehand,
Yes.
and now they're fucking with you. Because I've certainly gotten gigs off of clips that I had on
Sure.
my page before, like a gig that was like in Michigan, like I had never heard of, a well-paying gig,
Right.
gonna house me and everything. They were like, "Oh yeah, I saw your clips," and I was like, "You saw my 4 clips
Yeah. And
on my Instagram? That's
yes. Isn't
crazy."
that incredible?
Yeah, and they're like, "Yeah, we want to book you," and I was like, "Okay, that
And
sounds
that's
great."
great. And that was the other thing. It was like, I just need a 1 minute to see that you can do great in 1 minute or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
So I can assess like, okay, she can at least do 6 or 7.
yeah.
But if you don't even have a strong minute, then I know you can't do
Do
6 or 7,
anything. Yeah,
And so I'm begging comedians, like post.
post
You don't have to
something.
overpost. You don't have to post all the time, but
Yeah,
I promise you someone's looking at your page and
yeah.
they're thinking about you for something. I mean, even one of my best to this day, best paying gigs I've ever had. I
Mhm.
got it off like being a guest on someone's podcast because
Really?
I became a regular guest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Daily Zeitgeist, shout out to Zeit Gang. But one of their listeners was somebody who was booking a host for a show and one of the best paying gigs I ever had. And I was like, damn, all those years of doing this one
Yeah.
podcast. And people are like, no, she's the one. We want her.
And
I was
I
their top pick.
And I I appreciate, I mean, like, of course, like it happened to me, but it was just like that 1 or 2 times. But I appreciate hearing these types of stories because it helps really put it into perspective. Because you see, you get into like comparison. You're seeing other people's
Hmm.
pages and you're like, oh my God, they're blowing up, they're doing this, they're doing that. Mine isn't popping off, so I must be a failure. Or I must not be posting out or churning out enough content. When in like reality, like you can still book shit off of posting whatever clips that you
Whatever you want.
want.
Whatever you want. Because
Yeah.
there was something also great about hearing Quinn to be like how you deliver your stand up and your social media videos. Because it was like
Yeah.
there is certain
Mhm.
cadences and certain rhythms that I do. And the social media clips are front facing,
Yeah.
talking shit ass videos.
Yeah.
And it was cool to be like, I love that she just wants a bitch that talks shit, Like that's
Yeah.
kind of great for me.
Yeah.
Obviously that's why they want me and it fits the character. But it was like more subdued version of that.
Mhm.
And I'm excited because there's more to come from Miss Alamar. So stay tuned,
Stay
y'all.
tuned. So exciting.
Yeah, but that brings me to the topic of this episode. Comedy is dead because of social media.
Because of social media, comedy is fucking dead.
Because social media, if you have to have the ability to embrace
Yeah.
any kind of changing
Mhm.
technology. Social media is that. But also the other reason that it's fucking with comedy is because people have too much dependency on it on both
Yeah.
sides, both the audience and the
Yeah.
comedians. And it's getting kind of weird and twisted in a way. And I think that especially recently, the algorithm has gotten
It's
so
worse. It's
gnarly.
worse
It's the
now.
worst it's ever been.
It's worse.
And learning about like how TikTok is now going to be a
It's
danger zone
danger
for
zone.
anything.
Yeah.
And it's just proof that we've had too much dependency on it,
Yeah.
and that there is going to be a change soon. But also, the comedians who won't embrace it, I feel like that's not
Yeah.
good. Like I get that
Yeah.
we all hate it. Look, I hate it too, and I use it a lot. But you have to learn how to adapt and
Yeah.
change with the time. Social media is a big part of that. I always think about how television ruined silent actors. Yeah, there were silent
Oh.
actors that they couldn't act actually
Yeah.
when they said their lines,
Yeah.
and that they lost their jobs because they
Mhm.
couldn't they could not change
Adapt.
into the
They couldn't
new
talk.
they couldn't talk into the changing technology.
They couldn't learn words.
Isn't that crazy? And then but
At
also
least
think
Helen Keller adapted. Like, come
but
on, guys. Come on now.
But also, even beyond that, think about the vaudeville era. There was vaudeville comedians
Oh,
that maybe were asked
yeah.
to do radio, and they're like, "Oh, but you can't say this," and
Yeah.
they're like, "Well, I'm not doing that," which is great for taking a stance,
Yeah.
but not great for your
For
pockets.
your pockets or your career. It's crazy because I've definitely been somebody who I was somebody who was like resistant. Like, and I still go back and forth, and it has nothing to do with, oh, I don't want to put my material online. It truly is just mental health reasons.
Right, right,
Like, if
right.
I'm like talking to my therapist, she's like, you should scale back on social media. And I was like, okay, but here's the thing. I can't. I'm like, I literally can't. And
Yeah,
it's just that the tug of war and trying to find like a middle ground with not being so obsessed with it, but like
yeah,
doing just enough to like further my career, at least post content out. But yeah, I agree. You have to adapt to it because I have felt like such an old person being like, what do you mean? Back in my day, we didn't have to post all these clips.
right,
You just
right.
went to the club and then you went home. And it's just, I don't know, it can be sometimes like overwhelming, but I appreciate hearing different perspectives in how people approach content with social media because
Sure.
it's not just like an end all be all, like you have to post 3 times a day, which to me feels insane, but that's just
It
me.
does feel insane, but for you, which is, I mean, I'm glad you said it that way
Yeah.
because I was watching, Kev on stage.
Yes.
He
I
was
saw.
just talking
Yeah.
about it. He posts at least three
Three
times a
times a
day
day,
across
I
six,
know.
7 social media platforms,
Yeah.
which I think it came out to like 590 videos a month around there
Yeah.
that he has to post. Not that
Mm-hmm.
he's doing, but that he has to,
Yeah.
keep up and post. And I was like, that's crazy, but also it works
It
for him.
works for him.
He fucking is nailing it. He's also
Yeah.
so naturally
He
funny,
is.
so easy to watch,
Yeah.
likable. He's got that
Mm-hmm.
easy face, so
He's like to me, he's like the blueprint because I did see that video, and then there was like another video of him like breaking down, like, here's why your career isn't taking off in the way, and breaking down all the different ways to utilize social media. But I feel like he is like a blueprint of what the success that you can have if you post 3 times a day. But I feel like that's not like the only way
Yeah.
to engage with social media.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like burnout is very real, and everybody's circumstances are different when it comes to engaging and posting 3 times a day.
Yeah.
But I am in awe of everything that he does. I'm like, wow, okay, maybe one day I'll do that.
I mean, he has so much energy. That's really all it feels like to me.
Yeah,
I also feel like anytime a comedian has a supportive wife, they're
yeah,
gonna
that too.
thrive
Yeah.
because he could also that's the other side of it. You could
Mhm.
say some shit and then your wife goes, post that. You know?
So
And he goes,
true.
"Oh shit, yeah,
You're like, I'm
you're
a
right."
roast that.
You know?
Yeah.
I also feel like Kev on stage is like if Roy Wood Jr. was scared of Jesus. That's the vibe. Just a quick observation I was having.
No comment. That's great. That's great though. No comment.
Good, because they're both my friends, so I can say that. Um, I wanted to talk about. We're gonna move through this one. I hope you
Yeah.
guys are enjoying these. We're enjoying
Yeah. Let
shooting
us know if you
these.
don't.
Yeah,
We love feedback.
yeah, we love feedback, negative
Yeah.
or positive.
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk about the problem with social media
Yeah.
right now
Mhm.
is the AI, and not just. I mean, look, everybody, I get it. No, but not everybody has the budget
Yeah.
to do their own
To create a
arts.
flyer in Canva free, but okay.
Yeah, guys, go to
Just
Canva.
use
It's
Canva for
free.
free,
I use the Line app,
please.
but I've used that forever, and it's just I've now used it so long that it's just my go-to.
Or hire a local artist. We're all
Hire a local
starving. Like $10,
artist.
please, I beg.
Yeah, I mean, also you can hire an artist and pay them $50 for one image, and then just reuse
And
the
just
image.
keep using it.
So that's our hot tip.
Yeah.
But the AI slop that's happening on
It's
social
bad.
media is I've yelled at people that I'm like, do not send me AI. Do not send me AI. I've like blocked fans that keep sending me AI because I'm like, I don't support this. It's
Yeah,
so bad for
no.
the environment. It's also funny too, going back to radio, vaudeville, radio, TV,
Mhm.
all that shit, because that when that shit happened,
Mhm.
people were probably scared as fuck.
Yeah.
But I'm sure people were like, "This is bad for the environment," and nobody gave a fuck.
Yeah.
But the reality also is that there has to be some kind of regulation. I feel
Yeah.
that's the
And there's no
conversation.
regulation
There
now.
is none. That's the
There's
problem
not.
with AI. That's my problem with AI. There is no regulation,
Yeah.
and it is like it's getting out of control.
And it's like destroying Lake Michigan and the water sources. But
Yeah,
yeah,
the water. This is destroying the
it's
water
the
sources
water.
for those who don't read or don't care. It's destroying the water. I hate you if you use. It's my brother Nick. Stop using AI for the love of God. I
Yeah.
hate it so much.
Yeah.
Um, but the worst incident I have experienced with AI slop was a comedy club that will remain unnamed because
You don't want to name the club?
I don't want to name the club because I also he's running a business, and if that's how he wants to
Yeah.
run his business, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's not for me. I also don't like believe in like just attacking some person
That's
that's,
fair.
just running their own business. Is it a
Yeah.
shitty business? I don't know, but I've heard terrible things
Horrible.
since this, happened. But here's what happened. I was scheduled to appear at this comedy club, and it was like one of those small venues.
Mhm.
Money wasn't great, but I would rather be working than not working. I don't know what
Yeah.
comedian needs to hear that right now, but I would rather be working than not working. So
Yeah.
I will take. I've always
Money is
been that way.
money.
I've always been that way. My parents are immigrants. I have that
Yeah.
immigrant worker mentality, even though I'm first generation.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, you got to work. You got to pay the bills. I'd rather be working than not working. Like,
Yeah.
I don't remember what we were talking about, but it's like if you're not going to work that weekend, if you
Yeah.
have nothing else, if there's no other offers, why
Mhm.
not take the
Take
small
the
amount of
gig.
money, and also maybe sell some merch, make new fans, try a new
Yeah.
market, like
Even if
I,
it's just a couple of new fans, like those are still new
yeah,
fans.
those are still new fans. Also as someone who likes to perform, I would rather be performing than not performing.
Absolutely.
Anyhow, so it was one of the smaller weekends that I had, which was fine because it was near Chicago. So I was like,
Mhm.
oh, this is going to be cheap and easy. So I'm not tripping.
Yeah.
And then they posted what I thought was just a flyer, but it was an AI video of me with a pic. It's like one of my, and I was doing some, I don't remember what it was. I
You
really
were
don't remember.
doing
I
you
was,
were doing a shimmy.
yeah, oh yeah,
A
shit. But it was also
shimmy.
like,
And it was
like a,
sultry and it was
yes.
like sexy. I was like,
It was sexy because
"Mm."
also I had this really cute
It was like a red shirt, like a low cut red shirt,
no,
wasn't
it
it?
was black, but
Oh, it
it's
was black.
what's it called? Oh my god, why am I not thinking of the word? But shoulderless.
Oh, shoulderless.
It
Oh,
was
okay.
just really cute. It is
Yeah.
sexy. I like wearing it on stage.
Yeah.
I have great pictures with it. It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite tops. But this, I don't know who needs to hear this, but
You were doing this, but like I think your face wasn't really moving. It
it
was
was
just
like,
like
and I saw that. My initial reaction was I commented and I said something like, "AI, what the fuck? Take this down now." Is what I
yeah.
wrote. Those were my first two comments.
Yeah.
And okay, so for any dipshit, dipshit that doesn't understand why that would piss me off. First of all, AI sucks, so we'll start there.
Mhm.
Second of all, uh, they had no other AI. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's I feel like that's important
Yeah.
because they also rarely have women headliners,
Yeah.
and so for them to make an AI video of
Mhm.
the woman headliner doing a very sensual
Yeah.
dance that honestly, when you looked at it, it was like, is this a burlesque show? Like you could
Well,
easily
cuz
confuse it for something
cuz you
else.
also like it was the image and then all of a sudden you like popped out of the image like
Yeah.
at you and it was just like, "Whoa,
It
like what
was
the fuck?"
yeah, it was
It was
weird. It was
crazy. I felt
creepy.
like you were coming through the
Yes.
computer
Yeah,
at me.
that's how it feels, and that's what they want you to be enticed by it. And I was furious because it was
Yeah.
just so sexual, which
Mhm.
also I can be sexual, that's fine, but also post a clip of my stand up.
That's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't clear that you were doing. I was like, so are you? Is this a burlesque show? Are you dancing? Like, what is this?
What do
What
you
is the show? What do you
expect?
expect
What
to
are
come
you
here?
expecting? The flyer is supposed to give you, for those that don't know, the flyer is supposed to kind of give you a taste of
Yeah,
what to expect.
what to
That's why
expect? Credits.
when flyers are all shitty, people are
Yeah,
like, "What the fuck? Where's the info?" Like, I
yeah.
don't know what the hell. This looks crazy, which means you feel like when you get there, the energy is going to be crazy. So
Mm-hmm.
you're supposed to have sleek and chic flyers or interesting, flyers.
Very clear.
Very clear where the information is and what you're up to. Um, but this was so fucking weird. And first I was like, what the like, that's literally what it was. It was,
Mhm.
and then, I told my manager, I was like, "Hey, they need to take this shit down."
Yeah.
I'm sure it's on other social medias that I don't have access to, like Facebook, Twitter, whatever.
Yeah.
And, girl, I was so fucking mad, and I was trying not to be mad because I was also trying to I'm not always trying to be like that. "I'm a woman, I'm a victim every chance I
No, but,
get."
like
But like, the more I looked at it, the more I looked into it, the more I scrolled through their social media and realized they've never done this, and and for them to do it with the woman who, again, has her shoulders out, is doing a little shimmy. I was like, "This is so foul." And then,
Mhm.
I had told my manager, because again, it was a smaller venue.
Yeah.
I knew I hadn't done that market or that area, so I was convinced that there's no way it's sold out. There's
Yeah.
no way there's a lot of tickets sold.
Yeah.
People are struggling for ticket sales.
Yes.
And so I asked my manager, I was like, "You know what? I'm pretty pissed." And I was like, "Can you find out what the ticket sales are?
Yeah.
Because I don't think I want to work with this venue." And then I was like, "But also, if the tickets sell, like if it's close to being sold out, I'll
Yeah.
probably do
Do
it
it.
because that means people are excited to see
See
me."
me. Yeah.
So when my manager calls me back, he goes, "Yeah, so he's not really apologetic. And I think he actually is going to make it worse if you show up." And I was like, "Excuse me?" He's like, "So I really recommend, I don't care what the ticket sales are, I really recommend that you do not do this show because I know these things are important to you." Like we were having
Yeah.
that conversation
Yeah.
because I kept thinking,
Because your manager knows you. He's like, you're if you go, you're gonna pop off and kill this
yeah,
guy.
exactly.
So why don't you just stay
Exactly.
home?
It was going to bring out the reason I'm playing a
You're gonna go
fucking.
viral for the things that you don't want to go viral for.
Exactly. And so and so when that conversation happened, it was all the thing that I was also telling my manager was,
Yeah.
if I don't take a stand, before he told me about,
Hmm.
before he told me that,
Yeah.
I did say, like, if I don't take a stand, like, this might be setting a bad precedent for other women headliners, that you
Yeah.
can kind of create whatever video you want.
Yeah.
And if I kind of make a stink to him
Hmm.
and make him realize, like, nah. And I'm sure he thought, like, oh, well, I don't care. Again, I don't know what the ticket sales were. I'm assuming they were not great,
Yeah.
because of the market, but I'm
He also
sure.
wasn't advertising or marketing you for very long.
No,
Like
no,
it
not
was
at all.
literally
But I
like a
also
week
noticed
out
that was true for a lot
for a
of
lot of the
the
ones.
headline, a lot of the weekends.
Yeah.
So I didn't take personal, because I know
Yeah.
some venues don't know how to
Do
really
that.
do all that shit.
Yeah.
Market all that shit. Because again, smaller, newer venues are learning, and I'm also down to support smaller, newer venues. It's my
Yeah.
favorite thing to do.
Mhm.
I love helping smaller, newer venues. Oh my god, because they're also like, they're so excited. They're more
Mhm.
excited usually.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, because the funny version of like my perspective with this, because I didn't know all of this stuff had happened at that moment. All I saw was because I remember I was like sending out avails and I saw that you were on the lineup. And this was
mm-mm.
like months ago. And I was like, and because I know a little bit of that comedy club, I was just like, oh my God. I was like, I haven't seen a woman headline there, B, a woman of color. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Go Marcella. And then a week out, you had posted the regular flyer and you're like, this is my weekend, I'm doing it. And I was like, woo, go. And the flyer was normal. And then the next day, it was like, your post being like, sorry, show is canceled, AI sucks, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? I was like, because yesterday you were like, buy tickets.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, which it's like, it doesn't surprise me, like knowing this venue. And it's just like extra hilarious because I saw the club owner like post a couple weeks ago. He was like, hey guys, he was like, I'm getting a lot of requests for like wanting to be a manager. Like, would you guys be interested in me being a manager?
Like a comedy manager?
Yes. Yes. And I wanted to reply back and be like, are you going to be managing AI robots?
Yeah, probably. AI comedians?
Like,
Yeah.
what? I was like, no. But I was like, this is just really fucking funny. But yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
it was really, so like knowing a little bit what I know about him and the comedy club, like it doesn't fully surprise me. But I've never seen an AI video like that before. Like that was insane.
Yeah, that
That
was
was literally
crazy. And
insane.
so the other thing that bothered me was I got a message from someone who is a comedy manager,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Oh, that's normal now. Like they make AI videos of comedians, especially if you don't want to give them, like, make a video for them, like, because so you guys know, they are basically making comedians like make front facing videos. Hey, I'm going to Chicago on July 1st. Come see me." Because they want, like,
Ticket,
personalized video.
engagement,
Yeah, yeah. They want personalized videos as opposed to just posting a fucking clip of
clip.
your stand up. But I guess those work better.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, they just make AI videos now, and so hates it. And that made me be like, wait, so this is gonna get worse? And somebody, because I didn't want to like share the video. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to sick my fans on them. I'm
Yeah.
not fucking Nicki Minaj. Like I don't care. I don't. He's gonna run his business. His business is, to me, it's gonna fail in the long run.
Yeah.
And maybe it won't. If he has
Yeah.
the money to like keep it going,
He's got the money and the men.
yeah, if he's got
No.
the, but that's the thing. I've seen clubs fail, and
Yeah,
a lot of
true.
the times it's like if you keep doing shit that's fucking terrible, like eventually
Yeah.
it's gonna catch up with you. If you change course, then you might, if you course correct, I should say, you could survive.
Yeah.
You know, but what pissed me off was hearing this person tell me like, "Oh, that's so normal now." And it prompted me. First of all, I told my graphic design friend because she's the best,
Yeah.
and I knew she and her man would find it funny because they're both
Mhm.
into graphic design. And so I told them, and her response to me was, "Oh shit, are you gonna have to put something in your contract about AI promotion?" And I was like, "Oh shit." That's what
Oh.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it, and I told
Yeah.
my manager, I was like, put it in my contracts
Yeah.
that they cannot use AI promotional videos of me.
Yeah.
Again, I don't care if people use AI flyers, if I'm being honest, because I do go into like, people don't always know how to hire someone,
Yeah.
find someone, da 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 da. Not
But a
everybody has art,
video?
but a video is like really, to me, the worst thing. And especially because it's like, there's
Oh.
videos of me that exist, like, and
Yeah.
there's videos of me dancing, doing stand-up routines where I do a little dance. Like,
Which I think then goes back to like social media. It's like you didn't even have to like send it to your manager, send it to him directly. All you had to do is go to your Instagram and
yeah,
be like, "Oh, I'm gonna pull this video and post it." That's all you had to do.
it's really crazy.
Like,
It's really fucking crazy. So shout out to Sandy P
yeah,
for that her initial response, because I immediately called my manager and was like, "Oh, we're putting this in the writers now. Like it's in the
yeah,
contract. We're not. That's not happening ever again.
yeah,
I'm not giving anyone the option to even do that."
yeah,
And I encourage other comedians, if you have contracts that you can, you do have contracts you can alter, you should put that in there. If it matters to you the way it matters to me, I think that it's a great idea.
yeah.
So that's my AI slop story.
That video will live rent free.
It's so,
It
and
will.
that's what's funny about it is that
Just
like
you shimmy.
a handful of people saw it. A handful saw it. We'll never see it again.
No, just anytime I see you, I'll be like, "Hey, Marcella,
Hey,
you got a show
Marcella.
tonight?"
Yeah. Hey guys, watch me do stand up every
I
day of the week.
I am curious, and going back to like social media, what what is your like cadence when it comes to creating content or posting clips? Like before you post a clip of your joke, are you like strategic with it? Like I'm always curious like how other comedians approach their not just content creation, but how they post it. Like do you have any like rhyme or reason? Some people don't. They just like
I
post it.
mean, I used to.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. When did I get the Abbott call in July? I got the Abbott call back in July,
Yeah.
and we're in what? And we're in October right now. As soon as I got that call, I was
Mhm.
like, "Get me off social media. I need a social media break. I need a
Okay,
social
I
media
want
break."
Quinta, can you call me? Because I
Yeah.
also want to get
I
off
didn't
of
realize
social media,
how much
please.
stress I was carrying just off my social media until I
Yeah,
got that Abbott call. Like
yeah,
I had a ton of stress on my
yeah.
shoulders until I got that Abbott call.
You got so creative with your shit, though. I will say, like, you did one where you created like a little, was it like a moving? Oh my god,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
that one, I loved that
Yeah,
shit.
I
I
should
was
make
like, oh
more.
my god,
You know what? In
that
the
was
winter, I was
funny.
thinking, I was like, I think I'm gonna make some content in the winter. Okay, my whole strategy has changed.
Yeah,
Here's what I'll say, because when we had those OnlyFans contracts,
yeah,
they had you on a schedule,
yeah,
right? It was like you had to post
yeah.
fucking 6 times a
It was
day
like,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
and did it
crazy.
and this many DMs and da 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 da,
Mm-hmm.
which is fine.
Yeah,
Um, but what I use that as my, because that was when did I start that? I think last November,
yeah.
and
Because
like,
mine just ended.
and the contracts are like 6 months, and then
Yeah.
like there's 6 months more after that. But I
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, within that initial 6 months that we're required to da 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 da
Yeah.
da, I'm gonna start using
Mhm.
that schedule
Yeah.
to do on my own personal social media so I can get into those
Oh,
rhythms.
that's smart.
And so this last year, I went into this year being like, I have to have more rhyme and more reason of
Mhm.
how I create and what I post and how I post it.
Mhm.
And and that's what kind of jump started me into this year's shift of like posting all the time and posting all kinds of
Shit.
shit.
Yeah.
Because the reality is, I'm a very creative person.
Yeah.
I have ideas all the fucking time.
Yeah.
It becomes very frustrating to not have like the means or the time or
Yeah.
whatever
Mhm.
to do everything I want to do. And so I started being like, fuck it, I'm gonna whatever I can do,
Mhm.
when I can do it, I'm gonna
Mhm.
record like chunks,
Oh
right?
shit.
Like with those Legos that you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, the
And
Legos.
those
That's what
little
it
brat.
was.
Well, they were also like brats. There's like
Bratz. It was a.
homies. I used
But
homies. I used brats,
yeah.
and I used Legos
Yeah.
because I was, I have so many little toys in my apartment. I
Yeah.
love toys, and I was like, how do I use
Did
these?
that take you long to make? No,
No,
really?
not at
Okay.
all.
Okay.
Because I mean, to chop it up,
Yeah.
you do have to have editing skills and
Yes.
somewhat.
Yeah.
And I was obsessed with editing and like I was my generation
Mhm.
because I'm 41. Like junior high was around the time like the internet started kind of
Kind
becoming
of. Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
and got into building my own websites, just like
Oh.
fan pages of like bands I
Yeah.
liked or whatever
Mhm.
the fuck, local bands I liked.
Yeah.
I would make fan pages for local bands. Like
Oh, you were in it.
I've always been like I like to support local shit, underground
Yeah.
shit. Like that's how we were raised.
Mhm.
And I loved making these little stupid shout out to Flying Blind.
Mhm.
I would make all these little websites, and but it started in junior high, and that little skill I had that kind of grew. I probably should have got into coding, but we didn't have all those programs when I was a
Yeah.
kid, and just that has stayed with me, and I'm
Yeah.
really glad it did because like Instagram, especially now, Instagram has made it so you can really edit really quickly,
Oh,
like
do you edit yours in Instagram?
on Instagram.
Oh, I use CapCut.
Yeah, I don't
That's
use
good. You don't
CapCut.
use CapCut. You
Mm-mm.
use Instagram.
I use whatever Instagram got. I'm just gonna
Wow.
use it, and
Yeah.
they've gotten
They
so
have gotten
much
a lot
better in the
better.
more recent months.
Yeah.
Like even our promo video that I made for this,
You did that on
I
Instagram?
did that on Instagram. Yes, it's really easy, but
Oh,
also
wow.
I know how to quickly maneuver and get through
Yeah.
things, almost like how kids are with when they learn new technology.
Yeah.
And I think that's the other thing. I think a lot of people my age don't want to do all that shit, but I've
Yeah.
always liked that shit. So you
Mm.
do have to kind of have a little bit of that in you, and if you
Yeah.
don't have it in you, you have to train yourself to just fucking get it done.
I'm like I'm in between. I have to be like in the mood. When I'm in the mood, I'm cranking it. And
Yeah,
then when
yeah.
I'm not, I'm like I
Aren't we
literally
all cranking it when we're in the mood? But so I would like record shit in
Yeah.
chunks,
Mhm.
and like even with those Lego things, I just recorded a bunch of shit at once,
Yeah.
and then I was like, all right, I'll do what I need to do
Edit that shit
later.
later.
And but not just that, but I've also learned in the same way that Instagram stories, the way to keep your stories interesting is you
Yeah.
kind of never. I wish I'm actually not doing right now because of Abbott Elementary,
Yeah.
but I usually try to never post the same type of thing back to back. Like if I share a
Interesting.
thread or a tweet,
Yeah.
the next thing I post is not going to be a thread or a tweet. It's going to be a picture of whether it's me or
Yeah.
something I saw or some social media video
So
I'm
you switch it
sharing.
up.
So that's like I do that on my stories, but I also
Mhm.
do that on my page. You will
Yeah.
never see me really posting the same type of shit one after the other
Yeah.
because I just don't think it looks cool.
Yeah.
And but my page still looks hella messy. I know people like to have an aesthetic with their
Yeah.
Instagram
I've
pages,
heard
which if you want to do that, I think it's great.
I've heard mixed things about that. Like
Yeah.
I think what it is with social media is the only true through line consensus that I've heard, which is just like post something.
Right.
Like just post something. Even if you don't post every day, like post once a week, like start small.
Right.
But as far as like time of day to post, what type of content to post, if you need to clean up your page, like I don't know because I hear different things. Like I hear
Right.
different things from like you should have a very clean page, and then I hear from other people who have managers that are like, no, that doesn't really matter. So I'm
Right.
like, okay, well, what is it?
We were at a panel. I was doing Latina Comedy Festival recently, and I was moderating the panel.
Yeah.
And one of the bookers on the panel, I won't say
Mm-hmm.
who or what venue, but they said that they don't like when they see someone's page filled with flyers and bullshit. Like if you did a
Interesting.
show,
Yeah.
and unless it's some beautiful flyer or some big important show,
Yeah.
take it down after you perform. Like small
Interesting.
venues, you don't need to keep that shit up.
Yeah.
I'm constantly deleting shit. I definitely deleted shit after I booked Abbott Elementary,
Yeah.
because I was like, I don't need everybody seeing all of this shit of mine.
Yeah.
Even like cute, sexy pictures. Like, actually, because of the OnlyFans thing, I was like, now I'm getting older. I was like, I don't need to be posting all these sexy pictures, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this OnlyFans thing, and
Yeah.
even though I was a never nude on there,
Yeah.
shout out to Tobias Funke, I would post
Yeah.
sexier pictures
Mhm.
because I was like, I don't think I want to do this on my socials anymore. I could feel
Yeah.
the tide shifting,
Mhm.
just personally and professionally. I could feel it
Yeah.
shifting, and I just made a conscious choice early this year in January to like
Yeah.
approach my social media a little differently.
Yeah.
But I was doing the like posting a lot, and the other thing is you have to stop taking it personal when they don't do well.
Oh, yeah.
And I
For
think
sure.
that's because that also feeds into like it doesn't matter who saw it.
Yeah.
it, what matters is the people that need to see it will see it.
Yeah. I feel like that's step number 1. Like, when it comes
Yes.
to posting is, like, however it performs, do not take it personal.
Don't take it personal. And also, going back to like, if shit doesn't get a lot of views, that's fine.
Yeah.
You can repost it later and see if
Yeah.
it can get a better viewership.
Mhm.
But also, it gives you reason to delete something that maybe you weren't crazy about anyways, and
Yeah.
it gives you reason to like clean up your page and whatever. The
Mhm.
100 people that saw it, they
Yeah.
saw it and they hopefully interacted. My thing is like, if people aren't commenting, liking, sharing, if one thing isn't super popping off, that's usually
Mhm.
when I'll delete something, unless I think it's so fucking good and funny,
Yeah.
even if it's janky. I don't care if something is janky,
Yeah.
but if it's good and funny,
Mhm.
that's all I need
That's
to
another thing about
stay.
you because you said jankiness. It's like, okay, like, well, because sometimes I'm a perfectionist, so I'll get obsessed about the quality, but I'm like,
Right.
okay, but I think it's funny, so I
Right.
should post this, right? Even though the quality isn't up to standard and blah 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 blah, the way that I compare and look at other people's clips. So
Right.
I always go back and forth, and sometimes to my own fault is like, then sometimes I won't end up posting that day
Right.
because I'm just
Exactly.
like, it's just
It's a
honestly
double-edged
it's
sword.
decision fatigue because I'm like, I don't know, like it's probably not good enough, like I probably just shouldn't post, and I don't post, and then I'll see some dumbass clip pop off, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking post that thing,
Yeah.
like that. What is
Make a
this?
folder in your phone, throw a bunch of shit in there,
Yeah.
and then whenever A, you don't feel like doing something, there it is.
Yeah.
Or B, if you don't know, like if you're indecisive about one particular clip because of the quality, the sound, whatever,
Yeah.
put it in that folder, give it a week or 4,
Yeah.
and because your shit is still your shit no matter when you post it.
That's
So
true.
you can post it
Yeah.
whenever you want. You do unless it's like topical humor. And I will tell you, if
Topical
you have
shit.
topical shit,
Post
post
it.
it.
Yeah.
For the love of God. If you have topical stand up that you're doing, that's the shit you should be posting. If you have political humor you're posting,
Mhm.
whatever, celebrity pop culture, that's the shit you should be posting. You're not going to put that on your album.
No.
And then even if you are, so what? Put it
Yeah.
on your album. People will be
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god, I love that joke. I'm so glad you put it on your album." Dude, fans will be supportive of you.
Yeah.
When I did my HBO Max special, I fucking went through my YouTube. Like
Mhm.
I was like done. I had my set done.
Yeah.
But I went to look at like what's on my YouTube that is like private that I haven't looked at. And I found this old ass fucking joke.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, I can squeeze that in there. And I
Yeah.
squeezed it in there. And I had multiple old ass fans, like 20-year fans. I were like, holy shit. I haven't heard that joke in so long. It was so cool to hear it and blah, blah,
Wow.
blah. And I was like, yeah, exactly. Your shit is your shit. You can post it, share. If
Yeah.
it's not topical, you could hold on to something for 20 fucking
And post
years.
it whenever.
Post it whenever. Your journals, your notebooks, all that old shit you have,
Yeah.
it's yours.
Mhm.
Dive into it whenever you want. Reevaluate some of the
Mhm.
material because sometimes you just like because I had a joke. Actually, that joke,
Yeah.
the punchline was the N-word. I can't. That's a no. And at the time, I didn't think it was a no.
Yeah.
And I have.
And that's what we call growth.
That's what we call
This is
course
growth.
correcting. You have to grow,
Course correcting and
bitch.
growth.
Grow up on HBO Max streaming now. Like at some point, you got to grow up. And I changed, the
Yeah.
punchline. And it still worked because I'm a great writer and I know what
Yeah.
I'm doing. And it wasn't dependent on that.
Yeah.
I just used it because it was an easy laugh.
Yeah.
And so what the fuck is the point of this? Oh, any joke
Yeah.
that you have in your old ass notebooks,
Oh, yeah, go back to it.
Go back to it, look at it, change it,
Mhm.
update it, make it fresh. Like
I'm
it's
finding
your
that in my clips, going back
yes.
and like, cause I have all of the clips. I've recorded all this shit from like year one to now, and now I'm like going back to like mostly just see if there's anything that I can post,
Right.
but also to be like, okay, like, is there a joke that I forgot about that maybe I didn't write down? And there is, and I'm like, whoa. And also, it's just like cool to see like the growth over
Mhm.
time, but then also being like, oh no, this is actually really funny. Why did I stop saying
Right,
this? Like
right.
going back and just scrubbing all the old footage like for that.
Exactly. And you can
So
and that's the
yeah.
thing. Imagine if you post a video of a joke and maybe it did okay back in the dizzle,
Yeah.
but you can delete it, refine a new version of that, or redo a new version
Yeah.
of that joke. I'm
Yeah.
actually thinking about with the woke bully. I
Yeah.
was thinking about doing a show where I do a bunch of those old jokes just because I don't have those visually recorded because that wasn't the cool
Oh.
thing back in the dizzle.
Yeah.
And so I don't know why I keep
In
saying
the
that.
dizzle?
I don't know why I keep saying
In the
that.
dizzle?
Sometimes I just
And
fucking get in it,
she's
you
like,
know.
you know,
Sometimes I
back in
get
the
in
dizzle.
it. I'm back in
Ow.
the dizzle.
In the
For
dizzle.
shizzle my nizzle. Oh wait, I can't say nizzle. Ah, fuck.
Wait, you can't say nizzle?
Because it's the N word.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Not you educating me on that.
yeah. For shizzle my nizzle. Wow, guys, this is why we use the N word. No.
And this has been the N word with Chloe, Mikala, and Marcella Arguello. That's actually so funny. I did not know that at fucking all. I am gonna Google more of that after this episode.
I'm
I
really
am I
saying
embarrassed by
I
this?
had a good
That's crazy.
point.
You did have a good point.
What
I'm
was
sorry.
it? No, no,
We
no.
got sidetracked.
Oh
We were
my
talking
god.
about old content, looking at
I don't know what we were
video
saying. Yeah,
footage.
yeah. Well,
That's
anyways, I'm thinking about
funny.
doing the woke
Oh
bully
yeah.
and recording those clips because oh
Yeah.
yeah, we didn't do it wasn't cool back in the dizzle to record visually. And so and so
Sorry, this is just really funny because, like, I'm embarrassed
we
for
both
me.
we
For
both
me,
are. This is a very
for me and my
this is a
people.
problematic exchange we just had. That's really funny.
Um, okay.
So I was thinking about just to post the clips online to promote
Yeah.
the album because
Yeah.
the jokes, some of the jokes are fucking still
Yeah.
killer. Because even with like the figurines, I was using some
Yeah.
of the woke bully jokes just to do those
Oh,
figurines.
oh, that makes
Yeah,
sense. I'm obsessed with those figurines. Like
I
it
know.
really.
I want to make more.
There's the I could keep watching. I could watch a whole album just with those figurines.
And
Like
what's
not even
cool about those
kidding.
figurines is that little stand-up set with the
Yes.
brick wall. That's
Yeah.
from the Seinfeld TV Lego set. Like they had
Oh.
the living room,
Yeah.
and then the little side piece was a stand-up,
Yeah.
like a comedy club wall, brick wall.
Yeah.
And so I've been using that because I was like, oh my god, this is perfect.
It's
This is
so
meant to be.
funny.
It's thank you, I appreciate it. It's one of my favorite ideas. And if you're a true creative, you will have endless ideas.
Yeah.
You're an endless well of creativity, and you have to trust that you'll always have something going on. That's why
Yeah.
people are always tripping about stealing, which is gonna happen. It's gonna
Yeah.
happen whether you post shit or not. It's gonna
Mhm.
happen in your community of comedy.
Yeah.
It happens.
And it's also like subconscious like stealing. Like like you because you're just like constantly absorbing
Sure,
information
sure,
and
that's
social
true
media all
too.
the
And there's
time.
parallel thinking and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
But if you know that you're a creative with endless ideas, you'll always have something to pull from. That's why I have
Yeah.
never doubted my journey, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I know I got tons of little, like, I'm
Mhm.
constantly giving people lines, tags, ideas,
Yeah.
to try this, try that, because I
Yeah.
think that, that's how it should be.
Mhm.
But yeah, this is what we need to be doing is you need to figure out in terms of social media like what works for you,
Yeah.
but pretending like it's not helpful is not
I mean, it's
helping
really
you.
dumb. It's
Yeah.
really dumb.
I've also seen
Yeah.
comedians who are like old as shit pop off on Instagram and have a career they would never have had if
Yeah.
it wasn't for social media
Yeah.
because they weren't popping off in their situation. Willie Barcena is a great example of that. He's an older guy
Mhm.
in SoCal, and yeah, he's fucking has a great career strictly off of his social media. And I think that you have to embrace
Mhm.
whatever technology, which is
Yeah.
also why I try not to be super against AI, because I'm like, if we had regulations, I might be more into the
Regulations
concept.
and different ways to cool off the data centers.
That would be
I'm literally all for that shit. Like
Yeah.
it literally is. It is like it really is a regulation issue.
It is you know what they also need to regulate? Tote bags.
Tote bags?
There's too many tote bags. Tote bags are supposed to be so that you stop using fucking plastic, and now everyone has 50 fucking tote bags. Like it's you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make you guys understand that AI is bad for the environment. So is a lot of shit that we do.
She said, and
But
another thing, tote
we need to.
bags.
What I'm saying is regulation is important.
Yes.
You know, that's why we're regulating the timing of this podcast because it's
I'm
important.
dead.
So we're gonna wrap this up by promoting a couple specials.
Oh my God, yes.
Frankie Quinones has a really very funny Hulu special that just came out. Damn, that's crazy. That fool is so funny. That's a really great special. I think it's hilarious. A lot of old bangers if you know him. There's some bangers on there, and there's some shit you haven't heard. So check that out on Hulu. He's really funny. I think you
Phoebe Robinson, my girl.
love Phoebe Robinson.
I love Phoebe Robinson down. She literally just dropped a special on YouTube. It's called I Don't Want to Work.
Okay.
And I'm so happy that she dropped this because I've been wondering like what she's been up to these past few years, because I think she dropped one on HBO years ago. I want to say it was pre-pandemic. I could be wrong.
I don't know if it was pre-pandemic, but it was around.
It was a while ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Or maybe it dropped like when we started to pop out of the house a little bit.
I'm glad she released it on YouTube.
Me too.
I know that a lot of comedians, you just have more creative freedom when you're doing it on YouTube.
Yeah. I love the whole special because like she's really just catching you up on kind of like what she's been up to this past, and I love that just as a fan.
That's cool. I need to watch it. I haven't watched it yet.
It's so good. I honestly am probably gonna watch it again.
That's
but
awesome.
Yeah, I've always been a Phoebe Robinson fan because I credit her to like, well, her and Jessica Williams with Two Dope Queens and getting me into comedy and having me become a fan, because I would be on very long drives when I used to live in DC, and I would listen to Two Dope Queens, and I was introduced to like you, Michelle Buteau, Nori Davis, Aparna Nancherla, like all these different comedians that I didn't really know much about, and I was like, oh my God. So anytime they dropped a special or like a micro special, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna tune into them.
That's cool.
Because I heard them from Two Dope Queens, and I've just been a fan of Phoebe Robinson since. So watch her special, support Phoebe Robinson.
Yeah,
I love her.
I love her too. She's a good friend. They got me my first HBO credit, which was on Two Dope Queen. Season 2, episode 2.
Watch it.
What is it with episode 2? I'm on Abbott Elementary season 5, episode 2. Oh,
episode 2.
Everybody got me on their second episode, please. But I love Phoebe. She's so funny and she's so
she's so authentically herself.
She is. She's also a natural shit talker, and sometimes you don't see it coming, and that's what I love about her.
Yeah.
But I want to share a quick story about Phoebe because first of all, I have struggles with this industry for many reasons, and most of it has to do with my personality. And that's
the
fine.
Entertainment industry, Marcella?
Yes, everybody wants me to be a certain way, which is another reason I love Quinta for being like, your personality, we want it. You know, like that's so nice. Again, that's kind of the dream as a stand-up comedian. But one time, so I say that to say I'm like a known bitch in our community, in the industry, and I'm fine with it. It's usually other people who aren't fine with it. But what cracks me up is when non-industry people try to like, talk shit.
Yeah.
So what happened is sometimes I open for Phoebe, and which is cool. She has really cool fans. And in LA, where were we at? A Dynasty Typewriter. It was so funny because it was a great time.
Yeah.
There was a heckler, but whatever.
Yeah.
And I moved on, and then months passed, and Phoebe tags me on like a front-facing video on her stories.
Yeah.
And it's her responding to. She was doing like an AMA Ask Me Anything, and someone submitted a question that was like, we didn't like your opener in LA. She was so rude. I don't even know if there was a question.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she was.
There's no question there. Just
there might have been a question, but that was part of the whole thing. And Phoebe texts me and she goes, "My opener LA. I'm pretty sure my opener LA was Marcella Arguello, and you're saying she's rude. What did you say to her? Because Marcella's not rude, but she reacts. So you said something to her, and I want to know what it is." And Sure enough, the girl responds and tells her
Tells her what she said?
tells her
What'd she say?
I don't remember.
Oh,
It
you
doesn't
don't remember?
matter.
Oh, okay.
It was a heckle and it was
Yeah.
unnecessary and it
Yeah.
was just me being like, shut the fuck up. However, I made it funny. I'm sure I made it funny, but basically the gist of it is I told her shut the fuck up. I also get so aggravated when I'm opening for someone. I'm like, I have 10 minutes. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I don't have time for this. I have a
Yeah.
rhythm. You're
I'm
fucking
not the headliner. I have 10 minutes.
yeah,
Like,
you
please
want to
shut
talk
up.
to the headliner, but guess what? She's gonna tell you to shut the fuck
Fuck
up
up
too.
too.
That's the other thing people don't realize. We don't
Yeah.
want to talk to you,
Yeah.
and unless we want to talk to you,
Yeah, which you should know based off of your headliner. Phoebe's
Okay.
not. Yeah.
So she says whatever. Oh well, right. She has a whole thing, and then Phoebe goes, see exactly that you shouldn't. Why are you talking? Why were you interrupting?
Yeah.
Marcella's not. No, Marcella's cool. Marcella's sweet. Marcella's thoughtful, but
Yeah.
she will pop off like
Yeah.
what you said. Like I'm not. Hey, I'm gonna show up and maybe do that weekend. But if you talk to me fucking crazy, which is why my manager knew. You're gonna walk in there and talk fucking crazy to her. She's not going. It's not gonna go well for you, sir.
I just.
And then I'm the fucking problem. Oh my god. What? Oh my god. What's her name? JT. She's on that song. No, she's on a Doechii song.
Yeah.
And she what's that? Fuck that hoe. Fuck that bitch. Just fuck that hoe
to the condom slip.
That song. Whatever
Yeah,
that song
yeah,
is
yeah.
called.
Na, 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 na.
Alter Ego.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
Alter Ego.
Yeah.
JT has this fucking unfazed, unbothered. She goes and then you know, it's like I walk in and I'm the problem. I'm the villain. Or, I don't remember how the line goes.
I know what you're talking about.
It be crickets, whatever. She basically does a whole thing where it's like, oh, when I walk in, everybody's quiet. I'm the bad person. I'm the bitch. I'm the villain. Which maybe she is. I don't fucking know the bitch. But that's how it feels sometimes. Where it's like, oh, I'm the bad guy because I'm fucking setting you straight. That's crazy. Damn, that's crazy by Frankie Quinones, streaming now on Hulu. All right, guys, this was Comedy is Dead. Episode, I don't know, four.
Not counting the emergency.
Emergency episode is its own
it's its
standalone
own thing.
episode.
Episode 4.
Yeah. Episode 4.
In the dizzle.
In the dizzle. So like, subscribe, comment, share with a buddy. We appreciate the listeners, viewers who have already been listening and enjoying.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, Chloe, to end this? You need to send this one out because I keep closing them.
Oh, no, I don't have any thoughts. Thank you for watching. Thank you for streaming and sharing. Share to a lover, a hater, an enemy, your fuck buddy, your local fuck buddy, whomever. Yeah, keep tuning in. This is Comedy is Dead with Chloe, Mikala, and
Marcella Arguello.
Bye.
Bye.